Somebody, please. I woke up with my mouth wide open, but the sound stayed in my chest, like a bird that broke its wings inside a cage, inside a nest. And the morning hit the window, but the light did nothing good. I've been wearing someone's face and I don't think I ever could tell the difference anymore between the person that I show and the one that beats the walls until her knuckles start to blow. My mother said, "You're quiet lately." I said, "Mom, I'm fine." But the quiet that she heard was just the calm before the climb. The climb up to the ceiling where the voices start to peel every layer of my skull until the only thing that's real is the pressure in my temples and the absence of a scream that's been building since the day I learned to bury every dream. Bury. And I'm scared, but nobody can hear. Not a sound, not a breath, not a tear, just a wave of a mouth that could dare how to open clearly, and a throat that remembers, but it's always too late. Of a smiling scream in a room full of people and a broken machine with the smile and a screaming that I broke down the smiles and the promise that I'm fine, but the blues in my belly have been dead for a sign. The song that somebody somewhere hears the static in the spaces between words that I agonic have lured the perfect like a painting on a casket. Every pour struck a lie and every color a mask it. I can't hold it, eating all the things I'm fucking torn. I've been silenced since the day that I was born, but tonight the walls are bleeding and the floor is getting formed from the screen that I've been swarming since before I took my form. You ever smile in a photograph and mean absolutely nothing? Hold a conversation while your insides keep on cutting. Every word into ribbons, every laugh into a weapon. And the person on the outside doesn't know what's really happened. I got a diary that's empty cause the words won't come out right. They get stuck between my molars and they turn into a bite that I aim at my own tongue just to punish it for trying to tell the truth for once before the other me stops crying. Steep climb, stop trying, stop lying. I counted all the seconds in the shower where I almost let the water be the witness and the drain be where I exhaust every single ounce of pretending that I'm not already a ghost wearing skin that forgot how to scream without breaking, the hearts without shaking, the people who love the version that I've been faking. So foul, I say good morning, I say I'm okay, and the scream gets quieter every single day. With a spin, but nobody can hear me, not a whisper, not a warning, not a crack in the blast. I've been skating in the corner trying to make my body clearly, but the sound that I'm making is the sound of my own spine. So I smile like scream in a half-speed around way. My patience in the bed that they forgot on a bad day, and the nurses walk right past me cause my chart says I'm fine, but the flowing in my chest just been humming all this time. All this time I've been beautiful, cat control of calm on top of a volcano with the bomb in his palm, and the lava is my larynx and the ashes every sound I ever sang to convince you that I met no fucking horn, but I'm horned. And the healing in the ceiling, in the floor, I'm a knock that never comes, in the hand that locks the door, and the scream that you won't hear cause I've underwater more than a movie. Somebody finally asked me where I'm scarring for, and I'm screaming for. Can you hear it now? It's right here, behind the sternum, behind the smile, behind every bend. It's on the screen. The silence breaking.
I've been running through the shadows with a hunger in my chest. Every step is a whisper that the moon is blessed. I don't need a pack to tell me when it's time to rest. I just follow the scent of the ones who are possessed. My eyes are made of amber and my teeth are made of need. Every breath I take is a prayer and a greed for the moment when the running turns into defeat. And the silence of the forest is the only thing I heed. Feed hunter in the blur of the moonlight and the mist and the things that never stir. I've been tracking you for miles, I've been counting every step. I know the way you breathe, I know the way you slept. I know the fear that lives inside the promises you kept, and the cracks in your armor where the darkness has crept. So keep running, keep hiding, keep telling yourself you're safe. But the wolf doesn't need to see you to know your taste, and the hunt doesn't end when you find a hiding place. It just changes the pace. I don't chase, I just follow the scent. I don't break, I just wait for the bend. I don't speak, I just let the silence invent the moment when the hunter and the hunted is spent. You hear the howl, but you don't see the pack. You feel the breath, but you don't see the track. You think you're safe, but you never look back. When the wolf is the shadow that you always lack. I am the one who moves when the moon is high. I am the one who watches when the prey don't cry. I am the one who waits till the moment is nigh, and then I take the gold and I don't ask why. My father was a hunter, my mother was a knight. I was raised in the forest where the only law is bite. Every scar upon my body is a story and a rite of passage to the kingdom where the weak don't survive the light. Survive the light. Yeah. I've been running with the pack since the day I could stand. Every member is a mirror of the blood on the land. We don't hunt for glory, we don't hunt for brand. We hunt for the hunger that the silence understands. They ask me, does the wolf ever feel lonely? Being the one that everyone fears but nobody holds. I tell them, the pack is not a number, it's a bloodline, it's a claim. And the howl is not a cry, it's a name. You want to know the secret of the wolf? It's not the teeth, it's not the hunt, it's not the faith. It's the knowing that the prey is already dead. They just don't know it yet. I know, and that's why I never miss. I don't chase, I just follow the scent. I don't break, I just wait for the bend. I don't speak, I just let the silence invent moment when the hunter and the hunted are spent. You hear the howl, but you don't see the pack. You feel the breath, but you don't see the track. You think you're safe, but you never look back. When the wolf is the shadow that you always lack. I am the one who moves when the moon is high. I am the one who watches when the prey don't cry. I am the one who waits till the moment is nigh, and then I take the throat of hunger, don't ask why.
I don't argue with the mirror, it already knows my face. You want reasons, keep them with you, I don't owe you any space. The door was closed before you knocked, the key was turned, the lock was thrown. You stand outside and make your noise, but I have made this house my own. No discussion, no debate, the final word already left. You had your chance to speak your piece, now even silence holds a depth. I don't explain the way I walk, I don't rehearse the things I say. You wanna fight, go find a wall, I'm not the one who lets you play. The table's set for only one, the extra chair is in the rain. You burn the bridge, you claim to miss, now watch the ashes from the drain. I heard your speech 1,000 times, the same excuse, the same design. You draw your sword but never strike, you draw your line but never sign. No discussion means no listening, no negotiation, no regret. The chapter closed the day you lied, the ink is dry, the page is set. You want a meeting, want a call, want me to bend and break the wall. I'd rather talk to empty rooms, at least the echo tells the truth. I'm not your project, not your fix, not your unfinished broken bridge. You had the hammer, had the nails, you chose to build another ridge. So save your voice for someone else, someone who still believes in change. I've seen your pattern, trace the steps, you're just a loop inside a cage.
The phone won't ring from my direction. The message box is full of air. You keep on typing paragraphs, but I'm not there. I'm not there, I'm not there. No discussion means no answer. No reply, no callback tone. You think my silence is a question, but silence is my final throne. I don't rehearse for your courtroom, I don't prepare a closing line. The verdict fell the day you left, and I have served my only time. You wanna know what I am thinking? Nothing you would understand. I'm thinking how the floor is solid, how the walls don't make demands. This isn't anger, isn't sadness. This is something past all that. This is a door that doesn't open. This is a garden with no cat. I keep on walking down the hall. You keep on sending long goodbyes. I keep on staring at the wall. No discussion means no door, no window, no unlocked escape. You drew the map, you took the turn, you filled the glass, you watched it break. I'm not a puzzle you complete. I'm not a book you left unread. I'm not a sentence you rephrase. I'm not a prayer inside your head. The conversation ended early the night you chose to play the fool. You thought my patience was forever, but even mountains break their rules. So take your questions to the river. Let the water ask them twice. I've given everything I owe you, now I'm paying with my eyes. This is the part where you don't speak. This is the part where I don't hear. This is the part the music stops and silence eats the atmosphere. Ain't no discussion. No discussion. No. No.
How deep does it go? Go. Go. Look closer.
You ever stare at the surface so long you forget that the water is a lie and the bottom hasn't been met? I've been diving through the darkness with a lungs full of regret, and the pressure keeps on building, but I haven't hit bottom yet. Everybody sees the ripples, but nobody asks the lake what it's holding underneath when the ground begins to shake. I've been carrying the bodies that the surface couldn't take, and the depth of my perception is the only thing awake. Awake. Fake. Break. My father told me, son, the truth is always underneath the layer that you're willing to swim through with your teeth. So I bit into the current and I pulled it like a reef, and I found 1,000 versions of myself that I couldn't keep. You think you know the bottom? You haven't touched the floor. The darkness has a basement and a sub-basement door, and every time I open one, there's 20,000 more. That's the depth perception of the ones who came before. How far down do you wanna go? The surface never tells you what's below. Every layer is a truth you didn't know, and McCollum is a lie used in the show. I've been swimming through the darkness with my eyes wide shut. Every shadow that I touch is a memory in a rut. Every echo that I hear is a version of the cut that I made to let the shallow version die and leave the guts. Dead by section. You want the deep, I'll show you deep. The kind of dark that makes you lose your sleep. The kind of cold that makes the marrow creep. When the silence that you hear before the secret sleep. I used to think the bottom was a place you could arrive, like a destination with a plaque that says congrats, you survived. But the deeper that I went, the more the darkness came alive, and the floor kept getting further every time I took a dive. There's a trench in my perception where the sunlight never hit, where the pressure breaks the skull and the brain begins to split into pieces of the person that I was before the pit, and the person I'm becoming while I'm learning to submit. Submit. Quit. Split. You know what they never tell you about the deep? It's not the darkness that breaks you. It's not the cold. It's not the pressure. It's the moment you realize there is no bottom. There never was. The floor was just another layer of the lie. And the only thing underneath is more underneath. So keep swimming. But don't, the deep doesn't care. It just waits.
Perception. Get perception. Get perception.
How deep? How deep? How deep? I still don't know. But I'm still going down. Hunger.
I've been running through the shadows with a hunger in my chest. Every step is a whisper that the moon is blessed. I don't need a pack to tell me when it's time to rest. I just follow the scent of the ones who are possessed. My eyes are made of amber and my teeth are made of need. Every breath I take is a prayer and a greed for the moment when the running turns into the feed, and the silence of the forest is the only thing I heed. Flee, breathe, breathe.
You think you know the wolf, you only know the fur. You don't know the hunger that the bones prefer. You don't know the patience of the hunter in the blur of the moonlight and the mist and the things that never stir. I've been tracking you for miles, I've been counting every step. I know the way you breathe, I know the way you slept. I know the fear that lives inside the promises you kept, and the cracks in your armor where the darkness is crept. So keep running, keep hiding, keep telling yourself you're safe. But the wolf doesn't need to see you to know your taste. And the hunt doesn't end when you find a hiding place. It just changes the pace. I don't chase, I just follow the scent. I don't break, I just wait for the bend. I don't speak, I just let the silence invent the moment when the hunter and the hunted are spent. You hear the howl, but you don't see the pack. You feel the breath, but you don't see the track. You think you're safe, but you never look back. And the wolf is the shadow that you always like. I am the one who moves when the moon is high. I am the one who watches when the prey don't cry. I am the one who waits till the moment is nigh, and then I take the throat and I don't ask why. My father was a hunter, my mother was the night. I was raised in the forest where the only laws bite. Every scar upon my body is a story and a rite of passage to the kingdom where the weak don't survive. The light. Survive, alive. Thrive. I've been running with the pack since the day I could stand. Every member is a mirror of the blood on the land. We don't hunt for glory, we don't hunt for brand. We hunt for the hunger that the silence understands. ask me, does the wolf ever feel lonely? Being the one that everyone fears but nobody holds? I tell them, the pack is not a number, it's a bloodline, it's a claim. And the howl is not a cry, it's a name. You wanna know the secret of the wolf? It's not the teeth, it's not the hunt, it's not the faith. It's the knowing that the prey is already dead. They just don't know it yet. I know. And that's why I never miss. I don't chase, I just follow the scent. I don't break, I just wait for the bet. I don't speak, I just let the silence invent. The moment when the hunter and the hunted are spent. You hear the howl, but you don't see the pack. You feel the breath, but you don't see the track. You think you're safe, but you never look back. And the wolf is the shadow that you always lack. I am the one who moves when the moon is high. I am the one who watches when the prey don't cry. I am the one who waits till the moment is nigh. And then I take the throne and I don't ask why.
They want the kings, head on a platter made of gold, but they forgot the king. Collects the debts before he's old. Every favor that I gave you has a story left untold. Now the interest came due and your signature is bold. Got a ledger full of names written in a royal red. Every hand that I shook now wishes they were dead. You thought the crown was just for show on top my head. Now you're sleeping in a coffin that your own tongue made the bed. Bled, fed. You don't borrow from a king and expect a friendly call. The kingdom doesn't lend, it takes the walls and then the hall. I gave you one chance to return the crystal ball. Now your reflection's in the puddle and your name is on a wall. A coffin with a lock. A king don't send a warning, a king just says the clock. King's ransom, pay me what you owe in blood. King's ransom, every drop becomes a flood. King's ransom, I don't take checks, I take mud. King's ransom, brains of everyone who stood. King's ransom, count the coins and count your days. King's ransom, I don't forgive, I just pay rent. King's ransom, been learning but you can't outpass. King's ransom, the shadow of a king who knows your face. The ransom is due, the crown doesn't wait. You thought the kingdom was a metaphor, a little game. Now you're standing at my gate and every stone has your name carved in a language that translates to I came to collect the debt you all for every night you claim. My father taught me one thing before he left the throne. A king don't chase the money, boy, the money chases bones. So I sat back in my castle made of marble and of stone, and I watch you dig a hole that you now have to own. You've been spending like a king when you were just a guest. Now the invoice is delivered and it's stamped upon your chest, right above the heart that you swore past every test. But a borrowed crown will always put a borrow to rest. Rest, peace, silence, those are things you won't afford. A king's ransom isn't money, it's the last thing you heard. King's ransom, pay me what you owe in blood. King's ransom, every drop becomes a flood. King's ransom, I don't take checks, I take mud. King's ransom, the graves of everyone who stood. King's ransom, count the coins or count your days. King's ransom, I don't forgive, I just erase. King's ransom, the money but you can't outpay. King's ransom, the shadow of a king who knows your face. The ransom is due, the crown doesn't wait. You wanna know the secret of a king's ransom? It's not the gold, it's not the land, it's not the anthem. It's the moment the borrower realizes the lender was never a friend, was never a defender, was just a collector with a calendar and a bender, and your name at the top of a list that will lend you. I told you, the crown has a price. Now pay it. Every last coin. King's ransom, pay me what you owe in blood. King's ransom. story flows on.
Yeah, the crown has a price. Let me show you the receipt. They want the king's head on a platter made of gold, but they forgot the king collects the debts before he's old. Every favor that I gave you has a story left untold. Now the interest came due and your signature is bold. I got a ledger full of names written in a royal red. Every hand that I shook now wishes they were dead. You thought the crown was just for show on top of my head. Now you're sleeping in a coffin that your own tongue made the bed in. You don't borrow from a king and expect a friendly call. The kingdom doesn't lend, it takes the walls and then the hall. I gave you one chance to return the crystal ball. Now your reflection's in a puddle and your name is on a wall. A wall, a vault, a coffin with a lock. A king don't send a warning, a king just sends the clock. King's ransom, pay me what you owe in blood. King's ransom, every drop becomes a flood. King's ransom, I won't take checks, I take money. Ransom is due, the crown doesn't wait. You thought the kingdom was a metaphor, a little game. Now you're standing at my gate and every stone has your name carved in a language that translates to I came to collect the debt you owe for every night you claim. My father taught me one thing before he left the throne: a king don't chase the money, boy, the money chases bones. So I sat back in my castle made of marble and a stone, and I watched you dig a hole that you now have to own. You've been spending like a king when you were just a guest. Now the invoice is delivered and it's stamped upon your chest, right above the heart that you swore past every test. But a borrowed crown will always put a borrowed to rest. Rest, peace, silence, those are things you won't afford. A king's ransom isn't money, it's the last thing you heard. King's ransom, pay me what you owe in blood. King's ransom, every drop becomes a flood. King's ransom, I don't take checks, I take money. King's ransom, from the graves of everyone who stood. King's ransom, count the coins that count your days. King's ransom, I don't forgive, I just stay in mine. King's ransom, running but you cannot daze. King's ransom, the shadow of a king who knows your fate. The ransom is due, the crown doesn't wait. You wanna know the secret of a king's ransom? It's not the gold, it's not the land, it's not the anthem. It's the moment the borrower realizes the lender was never a friend, was never a defender, was just a collector with the calendar and a bender, and your name at the top of a list that will lend you. I told you the crown has a price. Now pay it. Every last going. King's ransom, pay me what you owe in blood. King's ransom, every drop becomes a flood. King's ransom, I don't take checks, I take money. King's ransom, from the graves of everyone who stood. King's ransom, the crown doesn't wait, and neither does the
boyfriends.